And, my lords, we are also accused of trying to block the bill, of trying to delay the bill. Let me just deal with this, because this is a very real issue as well. Can I just ask the noble lord, how on earth is it this chamber which is delaying and blocking the bill, when it was the case that next Monday, the 25th of March, that other place was supposed to be discussing anything that we were to pass, if we indeed do pass anything today. It was on the 25th that was supposed to be being discussed in the other place. And I know for a fact that also in this chamber was being prepared all across this house for the 26th of March, next Tuesday, for us to deal with anything that had been discussed by the other place on the 25th. Those two dates have gone, disappeared. Noble lords on the other side have had to have emails saying their apologies that they were asked to come on the 26th. It's no longer the case. What's going on? Chaos, shambles, no idea. So all I say again to the noble lord, did the noble lord have any input into that decision? Did he know it was going to actually change? Did Lord Sharp know? Did it just happen again, as happened on numerous occasions? It often seems the front bench in this chamber find out on the Today programme or Times Radio what's happening. I mean, it'd be interesting to know whether they did know anything about it, because the backbench of their own party certainly were all lined up to be here on the 26th. The serious point I'm making is the question the government needs to answer. If it's accusing this chamber of delaying the bill, why is it not back in the other place on Monday the 25th and back here on Tuesday the 26th, where it could be dealt with again? Where is the answer to that? And we're now told it's coming back after Easter. That's not our fault it's coming back after Easter. It's the government's own management of its own timetable. And I say again, it needs to sort it out and try and understand what's going on. We read it's now 300 migrants for £500 million and counting. We're now apparently having a staged approach, whatever that means. It's another question. Did the noble Lord Stewart know about that, a staged approach that we're now doing? Did the noble lord, was it his suggestion that we pay people £3,000 to go if they volunteered? It'd be interesting to know where that came from. So all of these things. So, my lords, I beg to move my own amendment A1, which, as I say, is an amendment to motion A. At the end, insert and do propose amendments, one being lieu, which the words printed on the marshalled list. And why have I done that? Well, let me start with domestic law. And the noble lords will recognise that because I respect the constitutional conventions of this place, no longer is my amendment requiring compliance with domestic and international law. It's now asking for the government to have due regard to domestic and international law. I would have thought that was a matter of given, but of course it's not, because we read on the front of the bill that the government can't say that the provisions of the Safety of Rwanda and Asylum and Immigration Bill are compatible with convention rights. But the government nevertheless wishes the House to proceed with it. I think this is a really important amendment. I know my noble friend Baroness Chakrabarti will deal in her amendment D1 with other aspects for it. I'll leave her to deal with that. But the rule of law goes to the heart of this, whether it's in Lord Hope's later amendments or in the amendment I've put forward or Baroness Chakrabarti's. The rule of law goes to the heart of this bill. I've referred to domestic legislation. Let me just very briefly, and in order to test the opinion of the House with some of this, I'll be brief. In international law, and I just say this to all noble lords, if you read this bill, as Viscount Helsham has pointed out on numerous occasions, it says the validity of an act is unaffected by international law. And then people say, well, why is your amendment relevant? Because the bill says international law won't apply. And then it lists all of the conventions that don't apply. It lists them and says this doesn't apply, this doesn't apply, this Council of Europe Convention, this United Nations Convention against Torture, all of that doesn't apply.